What it do, everybody, and welcome back to All Sports Media TV. I am your host, KJ the Great, and we're going to get right into it. As y'all would say, is somebody capping or is somebody telling the truth? And we talking about 5-division world champion, 4-time overall undisputed, 3-division undisputed champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 17-0, the woke Claressa T-Rex Shields. It was recently, she told, she was in LA and she told, I believe it was TMZ, that she was moving on from the Laila Ali fight. Laila Ali finished her career 24 wins, no losses, no draws, 21 wins by way of knockout. Retired back in 2007. Undefeated. Has been out of the ring since. Claims she's still been training. But, a lot of talk. Anytime greatness happens, a lot of talk and comparison of eras happens. This fight has been drummed up. And Laila Ali, last month on the night of the all-women's card, MVP promotion said if 15 or 20 million was on the table, she would do it. She would come out of retirement and do it. Then she reiterated recently that she didn't say she would do it. She said she would think about it. In the past, Laila Ali said at first 5 million, then it went to 10 million, she'll do it. Now it's 15 to 20 million for her just to consider it. Well, Claressa Shields, like I said, was in LA. She told TMZ that Laila Ali's team told her that it was a no, and so she was moving on. She was looking for other opportunities. She was going to look for, other big fights to make, which there are other big fights to make. Laila Ali recently was on a show on HBO Max, and the host kind of drummed it up just a bit, and Laila Ali told her, don't bring that up because Claressa Shields always seems to pop up when Laila Ali's name is mentioned. But what she did say was that prior to that show, she said, in due time she will give an answer. And then on that show, and in a post, she made it known that nobody in her team, nor her or anybody in her team, has given it any answer whatsoever yet. Not a no, not a yes. It seems like it's going to be a yes, and it seems like we're going to get the greatest women's fight of all time, the biggest marquee name of all time in women's boxing. I know a lot of people were thinking like it was Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, which I agree that was probably the biggest after Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields. But Katie Taylor won all 3 fights, so it was kind of a dud. They were comparing it to the Gotti Award for women, all that type of stuff, which in my opinion, it just didn't live up to the hype past the first fight. The first fight in the series was the best fight. The other 2 fights were just slow and nothing really came of the other 2 fights. Now, for me, in my opinion, this fight for Claressa Shields and also for Laila Ali should turn into a trilogy of its own. And I'm not sure that Laila Ali would be up to doing that, but in my opinion, I'll tell you, it should turn into a trilogy on its own, because if you go back and look at Claressa Shields' career, all who she's faced, she's outclassed everybody. Whether she was knocked down by Hannah Gabriel's early in her career, she got back up and won all the other 9 rounds on the judges' scorecards, all 3. You go back and look at her fight with Savannah Marshall. I mean, Savannah Marshall put on a good display late, but it was all Claressa Shields majority of the fight. Every fight that Claressa Shields has, she's had to display something different in her arsenal, but it was just not any close fights. Look at the same with Laila Ali. She outclassed and knocked out almost everybody she's fought, and there was nobody to even test her, push her anywhere near her limits. Same for Claressa Shields. Nobody yet has pushed either one of these ladies to their limits, to the brink. They haven't been tested. I don't think even the chins have been tested, like in a bad way. So I think this could be a great trilogy fight as well. We just need both of these ladies to get in the ring and cooperate with each other. Why do I say that? Laila Ali, with her size and her skill, she poses some problems for Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, with her defensive capabilities, hand speed, she poses, and her footwork and ring generalship, she does pose a lot of problems for Laila Ali, because both of these ladies, if they were to step in the ring, they've never faced anybody like each other. So the closest thing to Laila Ali that you would say is really not a comparison, but the closest thing would be probably Savannah Marshall, probably Christina Hammer. The closest thing to Claressa Shields on Laila Ali's opponents that she did have, there's none out there like it. I've seen all her fights. There was no ladies who possessed the footwork skills, defensive skills that Claressa Shields has. So in a nutshell, like I said before, they face nobody like each other. So that's what will make it interesting. With all the talk that Claressa Shields is doing, it's kind of putting pressure on her to, if this happens, win the fight. And win the fight and make it a good fight. I hope this does get made. Let's just see what happens with this fight. Is Claressa Shields capping? Did Laila Ali's team reach out to her and say no? Did they reach out to her, Mark Taffet, and say no? Because she is a promotional free agent. She's not with Salida Promotions right now under contract anymore. Her last fight was the end of that. If that fight does not happen, where does Claressa Shields go? Does she sign with PBC, Top Rank? Where does she go? The other biggest women's promotion right now is MVP. They've got a super stacked roster full of women. They just also signed Stephanie Hahn and Yokasta Valle. I mean, it's still growing. So what do you guys think Claressa Shields should do in her next fight? Me personally, I think if she doesn't get this fight with Laila Ali, which I think if they do get it done, this fight will take place probably sometime in the spring of next year. Claressa Shields will probably have a fight in between there. Laila Ali might have a tune-up in between there, or in the summertime of next year, excuse me. But if that doesn't happen, I think she should go down to 168, rematch Franchon Cruz, get those straps, and then face Shadesha Green for the undisputed at super middleweight, which I think will be a banger as well. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Peace.